Sonali Dharmawardena is a famous Sri Lankan artist and designer who creates her own designs. She ventured using the medium of batik, a heritage art of Sri Lanka, into her line of couture. Recently, on the occasion of the Vietnamese Women's Day, October the 20th, Sonali launched her latest fashion collection to serve the Vietnamese and international public, featuring the traditional customs of Sri Lanka and Vietnam, with modern breadth coming from the traditional materials and colors of the two countries.
Hello, and you're watching Trang Vietnam. On the occasion of Vietnamese Women's Day, a talented designer from Sri Lanka, Sonali, did a show to perform her latest collection, an infusion between Vietnam's and Sri Lanka culture. And now we'll have a talk with her to get to know more about the collection and how she gets inspiration from Vietnam's fashion. Hello, thanks for joining our show. And this time coming to Vietnam in this occasion of Vietnamese Women's Day, what is your feeling?
This is my second visit. In the first place, I was in Laos. I went for some fabric production. The Sri Lankan ambassador here is a very dear friend, and she always kept saying you should visit Vietnam and see what a beautiful place it is. And so I thought I'll drop by. I came with my family. I just fell in love with Vietnam. I went to Hoi An, I went to Ho Chi Minh, and I was here in Hanoi. And then she said, you know, we should do something, come and show our work here. I visited Chula Fashions then, and I bought myself something. And then I thought, let's do something together. So I can take something of Vietnam back home and bring something here to showcase our work.
So as a fashion designer, what is your impression of the development of fashion in Vietnam?
I haven't actually watched the fashion scene develop, but for the little while I've come, I've seen things. I think there is a unique statement, and more than anything else, I have to say, I love your national costume, the Ao Dai. Yes. It is so beautiful. And I think it's nice when you infuse different things and still have the traditional outfit or the structure, and you modernize what you do with it. Then even the young people will wear it. It doesn't have to be, you know, forgotten. It becomes a unique fashion statement.
I know that your designs have been performed in various countries around the world. So what is the difference you bring to Vietnam this time?
So I think what is unique is the fact that every piece is different. In a lot of designers, they use fabric that is available in the market. You go buy rolls of fabric, yardage, and then you cut and sew to make pieces. In my styles, I look at the style and I create the fabric to suit the style. So though people don't understand it, that's what makes it unique. I actually look at a silhouette and then I think I need to create this kind of fabric. So you don't get that fabric anywhere else. It's only for that piece. And that makes a world of a difference. Because otherwise, if you go and buy yardage of a print, you have that print. It may be a traditional outfit, it may be a Western outfit, but the same print. In mine, each print is for each style. So as a tribute, I did Sri Lankan batik for your national dress and a few Spanish pieces so that there is a little bit of chula in it, and the Sri Lankan outfits as well. I haven't actually seen too much of batik because normally in this region there is batik in every country that is endemic to them. The process is the same, but the patterns and all of that are very different. From Japan to Indonesia to Malaysia, all of this has batik. India. I didn't see too much in your work. You have a lot of embroidery you have a lot of value addition. So I thought it would be nice to bring a different motif into it and show people how cool it can be. That it doesn't only have to be formal, but it can be casual, stylish, and unique. So I hope that it was accepted that way.
And may you share with us more about your collection this time?
There are many things that you need to know about how we work. The craft of batik is traditional. The women who work with me, I have 99% women who work for me. Some of them are differently abled. They come from challenged backgrounds, widows of war, single mothers, and they feel very liberated working in an environment like that. And the fact that they're contributing to something unique and special. So when a person buys a garment from us, they're also supporting other women to lift them from where they are to another place. So it's a garment with responsibility by the environment, by the the society you feed off. So I think it's a guilt-free enjoyment. When I buy a piece of clothing, I know that I have not only bought something that gives my heart joy, but gives another person a lot of joy. So I think as women, this is something we can do. We each can celebrate other women and contribute to making a difference, because after all, it's the women's hand that rocks the cradle that rules the world.
With the support of the Embassy of Sri Lanka in Vietnam and NKAR Travels and Tours Company from Sri Lanka, the performance of designer Sonali Dharmawardena has recently been held at the True Love Fashion House in Hanoi, attracting the participation of many Vietnamese and international female fashion lovers.
Tôi rất là thích về cái màu sắc và những cái sự rạng rỡ của những cái bộ sưu tập của Sri Lanka. Những cái chương trình văn hóa của Sri Lanka tôi cũng thường tham gia, nhưng mà đây là cái lần đầu tiên tôi được tham gia cái chương trình về thiết kế thời trang, và rất là đẹp, rất là ấn tượng, và nó cũng có mang những cái nét gì rất là Á Đông của Việt Nam.
Apart from the traditional materials and patterns of Sri Lanka, Sonali Dharmawardena also introduced some stylized Vietnamese outside designs. With eye-catching colors and liberal designs, they not only captured the attention of the participants, but also demonstrated the harmony between Vietnamese and Sri Lankan cultures.
Auzai is traditional Vietnamese, what I'm wearing is traditional Sri Lankan. So Western clothes, but you know, in Vietnam also you get designers who do the same thing, Western clothes, but with different fabrics. When the designer comes here, she also gets inspired from Vietnamese things. So that's why she also did some beautiful presentation of two Auzais with batik fabric. So she learns for her trade, her art, she gets inspiration from Vietnam, and similarly Vietnam gets inspiration. So it's part of public diplomacy for our embassy, and it's for people to know about each other's countries better.
Your show is to celebrate the Vietnamese Women's Day, so how can your designs be suitable for Vietnamese women?
It is, though the mass trend is different, at the end of the day, it's women who virtually consume fashion mostly. Though there are a lot of men who today are more outgoing than the men of the yesteryear, the majority are women. So the sameness is that every woman loves to dress. So that becomes a similar trend. But there is somewhat difference that I see in Vietnamese women. I enjoy the fact that you wear a lot of your national dress. We wear our national dress for functions, but not necessarily as everyday. But I see a lot of people wearing it as everyday. And for me, that I think is a real wow factor. And you should do that. Because if you don't enjoy what is your national costume, nobody else is going to enjoy it. And it's you who can make it a trend. And I came with actually a celebrity Sri Lankan. His wife loved your national costume, and she bought quite a few of them. So now when a person from another country buys it and takes it back to somewhere else in the world and wears it, it's a trend. And that's fashion.
The fact that Vietnam and Sri Lanka do not have the similarity in culture, so how can you infuse the two cultures in your designs?
That is the trick of being an artist and a designer. That this mind is a blessing. That it's a God-given blessing. And only a person who is blessed knows how to infuse both together. And I think in life, when people come together, it's beautiful. The first time I came in July or August, I was very influenced. I loved some of the fabric. You know, you have the cross-stitch fabric, which is from your community people, your embroidery. These things really impacted me. And I feel I'd love to infuse both. I don't know what trade barriers we have, but if there weren't trade barriers, I would love to take some of your craft, to buy it, and to infuse it into my work and take it out into the world. I would love.
And may you share with us some of your future plans? Do you get any inspiration from Vietnam's culture or Vietnam's fashion?
I think Vietnam and Sri Lanka have potential not just in fashion, in everything. Your food is amazing. I love pho, isn't it? Oh, love it. So I think if you love food, if you love fashion, what more do you want? Immediately, people blend.
Miss Sonali, again, thank you so much for spending time with us, and I wish you a great time in Vietnam. And that's all for Sharing Vietnam today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.